we go through this program. Let me share the screen. Yeah, it's available. I mean, visible, right? The screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. So once again, I welcome you all, and I take this opportunity to express my thanks and gratitude to the trustees of the School of Ancient Wisdom for giving me this opportunity, and Swati Madam also for the coordination. Okay, great. Now, what is this fat? Okay, see, when we accumulate fat, what happens? It is very difficult to live with accumulated fat, right? Because it leads to a lot of physical ailments later, isn't it? So we need to keep burning. I mean, we have to lessen that, burn that fat. But I'm talking about mental fat, okay? And it gets built up through fears, anxiety, and thoughts unwanted. That's how this fat has come, right? And this we go through this day in and day out, isn't it? So we are accumulating and on a continuous basis. So there should be a way to burn this or dissolve this on a continuous basis also. We will see this a little later, but before that, let us start this session with a game. Are you all ready? And see, please, this session is going to be a conversational and interactive. So I request all of you to actively participate in this so that you will derive maximum benefit. Okay, great. So now this game is simple. We have to count from 1 to 10. That's it. Sequentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay. So the condition is, hello, I'm not audible.
Wow, you are audible.
Okay, because somebody said sound muted. Okay. So this game is counting from 1 to 10 sequentially. Anybody can start that. Anybody can take the initiative to start. And then sequentially, we need to keep on saying the numbers till we reach 10. The condition in this game is there should not be a long pause between counting the numbers, and there should not be any overlapping and repeating the numbers, right? That's simple. Understood, everyone? You can use the chat box so that you can say yes, no, so that I will be able to understand whether, otherwise I will repeat once again. Everyone understood how to play this game?
Yes.
Wonderful. So ready?
I'm sure anybody who's ready can start.
Yeah, anybody.
You may unmute. You may the person who is reading, and if please do not interrupt a person who's talking. Wait for your turn and then start, because everybody will get a chance then, and there'll be no disturbance. Is that okay, Mr. Subramani?
No, everybody has to get for some time. Let everyone
no
unmute
altogether. Yeah.
No, but not because we have to say this quickly, right? 1 to 10.
Yeah,
so unmute muting, so it may take a little longer time.
Little time. Yes, yes.
No issues, for a few moments.
Yeah. Anybody, please start.
Okay, I will start. 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, not like that. Not single person should do that. Okay, everybody has to take turn. Okay, if you say one number, other person has to take over and then say the next number. Okay, clear now?
Yeah, start.
Okay.
1,
2, 3.
See, overlapping. So if any overlapping happens.
Oh my goodness.
Clear now? You understood?
Right. Yeah.
There should not be any pause. Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
See, repeating the numbers. So we have to start from 1 again.
1,
2.
1,
2, 3, 4.
Repeating. Right? So when we repeat, again we have to start from 1. Somebody has to take initiative. So anybody, no?
1.
Okay, start again.
Yeah, start again.
2. 3. Oh my God.
4. 5. 6.
7.
8. 9.
Ade number hai Balu.
10.
So yeah, we reached, but there was a overlap when in counting 2, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
So yeah, otherwise all other numbers went. So once again we will do this, okay? And let us see. It's easy, but only thing now you might have been getting accustomed to this. Okay, how everyone is doing. No. So let us start once again. 1,
2.
3.
Okay.
1. 2.
3.
4. 4. 1.
See now once again, no, what I will do is I will request everyone to come on camera also, so that it will be easy, so that you will be able to gauge who is doing what. Otherwise, no, it will be a little difficult. If you can, all of you can come on camera, it will be much easier.
Let's go. Words.
I think camera has been muted also.
No,
Picture is not coming.
no, you are visible.
Okay.
No, because now this screen is okay. Let me stop the sharing so that no, it will be easier for everyone to come on the same space. Yeah, wonderful. 1,
2.
Okay.
3.
4.
5.
6,
7.
8.
9.
10. Okay, good. Wonderful. See, now even if we are playing the game, but still there is a hesitation, right? Some kind of hesitation is built in, some kind of anticipation is there, and there is an expectation to reach to the number 10. Oh, we need to get to that end goal, isn't it? And same thing is going to happen also in all our work, right? When we look into whatever we are doing, the same 3 things will happen. The hesitation will be there, anticipation will be there, and expectation will be there. And the combination of these 3 things will push us towards stress. And when it becomes more and more, and then we will be building up the fat, fears, anxieties, and thoughts unwanted, isn't it? So that is the way we are building up the fat. So we need to be very careful about this. So now since we have completed this game successfully, it is a celebration time, right? And not only that, it's another way. See, we are all assembled here. So each one's presence is very, very important. So we will express our gratitude to everyone for their presence. Right? You all agree?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So please unmute, and then we will do that by clapping. Okay? Just like a child, uninhibited. Okay? Everyone, no, start clapping. It is to show gratitude to everyone else present over here for their presence, as well as completing the game. Come on, everyone. No, you have to clap as if you have won the lottery. Bumper lottery. Everyone. Wonderful. Now stop and hold your hands like this in front of you, palms facing upwards, and please close your eyes. And now become aware of all the sensations at your palm. There may be tingling sensation, pulsating, or vibrations. Just be aware that. And slowly you will notice that they are moving towards your wrist, your arms and shoulders. Just be aware of all the sensations. If you are getting distracted, just come back to the sensations at your palm. From there, the game of becoming all aware of all other sensations will start. Keep doing this for a few moments. Now slowly become aware of all the sounds around you. And now you can open your eyes, please. Yes, so what was your experience? Somebody is raising hand. You can unmute and say whatever you want to say.
Feel energetic.
Okay, wonderful. Anything else?
Felt the vibrations from the hand to the arms and to the shoulders.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Awareness, more awareness about the body.
More awareness about the body. Wow. Great. Then what else happened?
More vibrant.
More vibrant. Okay, great. Anything else?
Mind was not distracted.
My mind was not getting distracted, right? You were right there. And what was happening to your thoughts?
They were in that flow from the arms, from the fingers to the arms, and they were right in the flow. So you were with the flow.
Okay, okay. So some kind of stillness we can say, right?
Yeah, correct.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Sound is good. Okay, right. That is. So let me share my screen once again. So now, yeah, this we did.
Someone hasn't muted because we can hear your conversations and the disturbance.
Yeah, now we can mute.
Yeah. So please, rest of you who are not speaking, please do mute. In fact, everyone while the faculty is speaking. Thank you so much.
Right. Now, who am I? So though Shri Jankiram introduced me, now here we are approaching in a different way. Okay. Who am I is a very essential question, right? Whether it is in spiritual domain or materialistic world. Because who am I? How is my body? What kind of thoughts I harbor? What kind of emotions I go through? All these things define who am I, isn't it? So it is very, very difficult. I mean, very, very important to understand who am I in both the dimensions. Okay. So as far as I'm concerned, you all know now, my name is Subramani Sarode and I did my Bachelor of Engineering, Electronics and Communication, B.E.E.C in 80s of last century. Okay. And you all know that soon after that, I joined telecom company. I served there for about 18 years in various departments. And then I took VRS in 2003 and then I was doing different things. Basically, I changed my track. So what I did is I removed those dots from my degree and then I became just B. And you may ask me what happened to the E and C. They are there still, but they became inquiries and concepts about life. That's how I became self-awareness and meditation guide. Okay. And in this 25 years of journey, there were a lot of falling and failing. But two things, I actually know all the gurus, all the teachings, all helped me. But the two things, the Vipassana meditation and Eckhart Tolle School of Awakening, the 6 months course, really validated all my practices and tied up all loose ends. Okay, that was a wonderful thing. And in the process, I wrote this book, My Fire Within. The fire is an acronym. Sorry, FIRE is an acronym. It is my failings in realizing existential truths within. The beauty of this book is all the write-ups in that book, the cover page design, even the title of the book, all happened to me in my meditative moments. And one of the experience while I was on silent retreat in the School of Ancient Wisdom is also part of this book. If time permits, I will read that at the end. And then this also, I had wonderful opportunity to learn this. This happened because I was attending Qigong workshop conducted by Hannah Madam, and that led to me to learn this Zhangzong practice. Wonderful. This is exercise in stillness, unlike all other systems where in the other scheme of exercises, lot of movement of body, limbs are there, but here absolute stillness. And the system is so beautiful. Actually, it helps to detox, heal, energize, and strengthen both body and mind. Okay, so I can proudly say that I am Dr. Subramani Sarode, not because I did some medical course, not at all, and not also because I wrote some thesis to get a PhD, not those reasons, but here the D simply denotes de-stressing or denotes rejuvenating. So de-stressing, rejuvenating Subramani Sarode here. And see, this de-stressing and rejuvenating has to be there because we are getting into stress mode day in and day out, right? There are so many ways to get into the stress, right? But when it becomes more over stress, we will get into all kinds of ailments, physical as well as psychological ailments. So there should be a way to de-stress and rejuvenate on the go, right? Because otherwise we are building up a lot of fat in our mental system, isn't it? So there is a way, and you already got to know one micro practice. Okay, by becoming aware of the sensations in the body, we can de-stress, right? So we will also see that before that, now we will see how we start building up the fat, mental fat. Okay, there are different ways. See, we go through different kinds of experiences day in and day out, and one of the thing is, yeah, what is stress? Basically, we all know, but in simple terms, it is anything that causes imbalance in the functioning of body and mind, right? And what are those things which causes is, we can categorize them in 6 simple things. Very first thing which causes, are you able to see this? To-do list. Yeah. There are to-do list, right? Never-ending to-do list, as well as the deadlines around it. Okay, so that causes a lot of tension. The second one is family related matters. Basically, no, it is how to manage the time, right, between the members of the family, isn't it? How to coordinate. So that gives rise to a lot of stress. Then there are career related matters. Here, all the things about job satisfaction, the career progression, and the meeting of expectations of the team members, subordinates, boss, as well as the organization. Again, this all will be driving us towards building up the fat, fears, anxieties, and thoughts unwanted. And then over above all these things, there is an environment, the pollution, the traffic, changing of climatic conditions will add up to that fat. And there are 2 more things. They are very subtle. Generally, we are not aware of those things. So the first one is defining our value systems and living accordingly. See, we all define our own value systems. There is no right and wrong in that. But later, to live according to that creates a lot of stress, because we are having a lot of different roles, right? As a spouse, as a colleagues, worker, management, so many things, daughter, father, mother, so many roles. And then for each things we have defined on our own some value systems, but most of the time we struggle to live that according to that, because we feel that something is what is working in one role, it is not working, right? And also there are thoughts about physical, emotional, social, as well as financial securities. See, all these things will be working on us, creating a lot of stress day in and day out, isn't it? So, as I said, there should be a way to come out of this quickly. So I say, no, we should have some kind of micro practices where we should be able to integrate them into our day-to-day activities, so that we will be able to practice that no matter what we are doing in our day-to-day life, for few, even 15 seconds to 2 minutes every now and then, maybe every 1 hour or so, so that we will be able to come back to our state. Okay, now what is that state? What is that meditation? What is self-awareness? What is that space, right? So actually, no, this is very, very abstract thing. We all know that it's very abstract thing, and it is very difficult to capture this in words. But once we get a glimpse, once we get the experience of this, then all the words will help us to point towards that, and they will help us to get into that direction. So now let us get that experience of what exactly that space of being in meditation. See, now always I use this word being in meditation. Okay, I say always don't do meditation, be in meditation. Because the moment we want to do meditation, three things will happen. One is, the moment we sit for meditation, there are thoughts. Hey, where is the time? Right? None of us have sufficient time to do meditation, right? And then somehow we manage the time and we sit for meditation, and suddenly we feel that the place is not okay, right? Because suddenly you get a lot of distractions. Your neighbor's dog starts barking, like that. So in rare moments when you manage both time and place, as you sit for meditation, again the thoughts will start come, and they say that now there are a lot of issues, situations are there to handle. First handle them, and then you can sit aramse for 1 hour meditation, no problem. And it doesn't happen. But when we shift from doingness to beingness, what happens is, anytime we can be in meditation, any place we can be in meditation, in any situation we can get into meditation, right? Because that is available to all of us. It is nothing to be seeked upon. It is always there, isn't it? When you reload, please press audio button. Okay, wonderful. So now let us experience that. What is that space? Are you all ready? I want one or two.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. So now for this, I request all of you to close your eyes for a few moments until I say open your eyes. Don't even respond to me also. Okay, great. I hope all of you have closed your eyes. Sit comfortably any which way you want, but make yourself comfortable. Now, as you close your eyes, it is quite natural that there are a lot of thoughts will popping up in your mind. That is fine. Now, put a question to yourself. What is my next thought? And wait for the thought. Again, you may be into the stream of thoughts. Doesn't matter. Once again, put a question to yourself. What is my next thought? And wait for the thought. One more time. What is my next thought? And wait for the thought. Yeah, now you can open your eyes, please. Thank you. Now it is your turn to speak, and use the chat box to Anna, say what was your experience.
No, it brought in better awareness of the way mind was working, and when you say wait for thought, that really helped.
Okay. Yes. Any other experiences?
When we said, what is my next thought? The next thought never came on, actually. I just waited.
There's a blank, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I experienced.
I too experienced the same thing.
Experience too, yes.
Oh, everyone, right? Most of you, right? Or everyone?
Yes.
Right?
I was thinking what to think.
Oh yeah. Yes. That was the only one thought you will get. Wonderful.
Yes.
Blank. It was peace, harness. Yes, it was peace. Right? Just a sense of anticipation. Yes, nothing is there. Calmness, isn't it? So now you all got the glimpse of being in self-awareness, being in meditation, being in stillness, being one with the God. You can call it anything. Name doesn't matter. Right? So now when we get into that space, you all feel that it is a space of calmness and it is a space of total bliss, isn't it? Now, actually why it happens is this is our core identity. This is our true identity. Right. Now, then what is that? Now, if you look at the entire universe, whether it is planets, stars, or the entire galaxy, they are all situated in the much bigger space, isn't it? And that space, even though it looks empty, void, nothing is there, it is not so. It is field of energy and field of all possibilities. That's how now we see that in that space, everything is getting manifested, different forms, whether it is plants, planets, animals, even the human forms. Everything is getting manifested there and gets unmanifested in the same space. But the space is not getting affected by any of these things, though it is facilitating all these things. Wonderful, isn't it? So it is a space, it's a field of energy and field of all possibilities. Now, whenever we access this space, a beautiful thing happens because it is accessing the energy within, and now that will get channelized towards few possibilities which is required by me to fulfill my purpose of life. That's why we start feeling that we are in the flow. That's why meditation is powerful. That's why self-awareness practice are powerful, and we need to keep practicing this. Because whenever, in any forum, when I ask, do you believe that meditation is good for overall well-being? 100% people will say yes. And when I ask, then if that is the case, how many of you are regularly practicing? Hardly 5% of the people will say yes. See, there's a big disconnect between believing meditation is good and practicing it, because most of the time we approach it from doingness, whereas we need to approach it from beingness, because the meditation or self-awareness itself is a being domain. We have to be, right? And that's what we are seeing, and we have already seen 2 micro practices, right? See, even by inviting the thought, we are stepping back from the thinking mind, and we are reaching our core identity. Then what is our identity? We all look different, right? Because who am I? Now we are deriving our identity through 4 aspects. Let me share my screen so that it will become much easier. Yeah, I hope you are able to see the screen now, everyone, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. So yeah, synapse to space, everywhere, space. Then we will take a birth in this planet, right? So each individual. So we get an ID. How we get an ID? It is through our body. First we will get the body, right? And then there are sensory perceptions through which we perceive the entire world. Then on that, the thoughts are there. So it gives a kind of intelligence, discernment, okay? And then there's emotions to feel all these things. And with these 4 things, the combination of both these things will be giving me an identity. Who am I? Isn't it? Now, with these things, usually, we interact with the family first when we take the birth, right? Then the relatives, friends, social connects happens, peers, as we grow. And then we start developing our own habits and hobbies. And then finally, career connects. We all interact with all this external world using these 4 things only: the body, senses, thoughts, and emotions. But all these 4 things are always in a state of flux, always wavering. That's why it becomes very difficult to understand who am I, because that's also getting completely wavering always. So now the beautiful thing is, that's why we need to connect to our core identity, which is still. So once I go there, it will be balancing my, because the body, senses, thoughts, and emotions are all derivative of this, right? So whenever I start accessing this, what happens? It will bring in a kind of balance between all these things. And now this, though these 4 things are always in a state of flux, the good news is these 4 aspects of our identity are a beautiful portal to enter into the space of meditation. We can use our body by becoming aware of the sensations to access that space. We can even use all the 5 sensory perceptions to get into the space. And also thought also, just now you saw that, okay? And there are other micro practices by which even we can experience, not just learning what is thought. We all know that, no? What is thought? Because it is always hooks on to the negativity, no? Because it always looks at the lackings within me and around me, and it keeps on multiplying. It always creates 2 polarities, opposing polarities. That's how it becomes 90,000 by the end of the day, right? And we lose all our energy by following all unnecessary thoughts, isn't it? Thoughts unwanted in the FAT, right? The T is there, thought unwanted. And emotions. See, now we are so beautiful. Only the human beings have got the very so beautiful broad spectrum of emotions. But most of the time we get used up by emotions rather than using them judiciously. Now what happens is, when we become aware of our 4 aspects of our identity, no, the first body, right? Because first we get this body, then only all other things will happen. Now when we become aware of the body by listening to our body, what happens? We know how to eat, when to eat, how much to eat / drink, right? And how much exercise we need to give our body, what kind of exercise, everything will start happening. Because we know what kind of thing because we'll be in a listening mode to our body, what it needs. Similarly, when we become aware of our senses, we start perceiving the world as it is, not as it should be, as should have been. All those things will go away. So we start perceiving the world as it is, and that removes a lot of unnecessary things, that FAT, fears, anxieties, and thoughts unwanted. Similarly, thoughts. See, now we get bombarded by 90,000 thoughts in a day. Not all thoughts are actionable. See, all our actions are preceded by thought, but not all thoughts are useful, actionable. Now, by being in the awareness, what happens is we will be able to latch on to the actionable thoughts, and all other non-actionable, unwanted things we can drop, or either we can make them to pass just like that. Okay. And again, emotions. See, these emotions are all our experiences, right? And they become memories, and then they will get deposited into our subconscious mind. And whenever we get some external stimulus, they get come out, and that lead to so many more thoughts, and we will get into the whirlwind of this unwanted thoughts. That's how we get into overstress mode. Building up the fat happens. So that's why the meditation is very, very important. Being in self-awareness is very, very important. Okay. Now, one more thing I would like to mention here is, when we approach meditation or self-awareness from doingness, what happens is we generally think that it is concentration, focusing, but they are the beautiful techniques to get into the meditative space, isn't it? But generally, when we do that, we exclude a lot of things. Whereas when we are in self-awareness, it is inclusive. We include everything, right? We become aware of all the experiences. Now, all experiences can be categorized into just 2 things: pain and pleasures. right? And our natural human tendency is to hold on to the pleasure. See, a lot of effort is required, and then push away the pain. Again, lot of effort is required, and in that process, we again develop and build the fat, fears, anxieties, and thoughts unwanted, isn't it? So the moment we become aware of all these things, because that acceptance will start happening, surrendering, that's what is surrendering, right? Because we know we accept all experiences. Now in that acceptance, we will get the choice to pick and choose, and that's how we start getting into the state of flow. Because that's what, no, because this stillness, this space, the true identity acts as our inner guidance. And what is the job of guru? The guidance means inner guru, right? The moment we access that, it leads us, it guides us. It happens on an automatic mode. That's why it is very, very important to get into this mode every now and then. Always request and suggest everyone to be into this space now and often, right? And there are very beautiful methods to get into this one more thing we will do, okay? And before that, I would like to give why this meditation is so powerful and why we need to keep practicing this nature of nature, okay? Before that, I would like to ask you one question. If I ask you to go out and look at the nature, generally what do you look at?
Sky
trees.
Yes.
Sky trees.
Yes.
The flowers. All the birds.
Yes.
Anything that is not man-made.
The nature, they're not man-made, but
wonderful, wonderful, great. See now, wonderful. See now, we see all these things, but generally it doesn't occur to us that we can also see another human being. We can also see myself, isn't it? See, we are all part of the nature, but somewhere we have forgotten that fact. No, we are putting a lot of distance between ourselves and nature. Now, by being in meditation, what happens is we remember the fact that we are also part of the nature. Now you may ask that, what's the great deal? Now we all know that we are all part of the nature. Now, if you really look the nature, it has got three fundamental qualities. I call it as nature of the nature. That is abundance. There is abundance in the nature, right? Isn't it? And there is a growth. Continuously it is growing. If we look at our own universe, 13.5 billion years, still it is growing. And how it is growing? Effortlessly. And even if you look at the plants in our gardens, right? What happens? They're growing, and every now and then, maybe a week or 15 days, the gardener will come and chop them off. Will they refuse to grow? No. They don't say that, okay, why we should grow anyway, we'll be cut to size every now and then. No, because growth is a nature. Okay, nature of the nature. Abundance. There is abundance, but because of our thoughts and emotions, there is a kind of, it's close. We are not able to see that abundance. So once we are able to come out of that, when we connect to the space, our true identity, we'll be able to connect to the abundance around us. And effortlessness also will happen, all these things. Because, see, it is there, available to us. This space is available to us always, all the time. This is nothing to be seeked upon. Just we need to get there. Just be, isn't it? That's why, being in meditation is very, very important, and it's so powerful, right? So let me stop sharing here. Okay, let me ask anything here. Is it everything is clear, or you need to ask something?
Please unmute and ask anybody who wants to ask questions. Else put in the chat box.
Yes.
See, the thoughts and emotions are clear, and body is also clear. What about the senses? You put 4 of them, no, in awareness. So
sensory perceptions, 5 senses. Sensory perceptions.
No, I know. What does it mean being aware of senses?
See now, okay, we will do that also then. Okay, by being aware of sense of touch, by being aware of our vision, by being aware of the listening, we can enter into this space of our true identity.
Oh, okay. By doing those actions, okay, being aware of being those actions.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. So let's move on then, right? If you don't, at the end again, you can ask the questions. So we'll do one more activity to get to that space. You are all ready?
Yes.
Wonderful. Now this is called 3-stage exhalation. Okay, just I will explain, then we will practice this. See, now generally we inhale and exhale, right, in one go. Now here, normal, everything is normal, okay, normal inhalation, but while exhaling, we are exhaling in 3 stages. Exhale, exhale, and exhale completely. First 2 or 3 rounds we may find it difficult because first time or second time itself, we tend to exhale the entire air. That is fine. But as you keep doing it, you will get into that rhythm. So don't worry about that. So simple it is, your inhalation and then exhale, exhale and exhale completely. Anyway, I'll be counting and I'll be helping you also for few rounds. But don't try to match with my rhythm. Go with your own pace and rhythm. That is key. Okay. Everything has to be totally effortless. Right? So you are all ready, right? Great. If you are ready, just make yourself comfortable wherever you are and please close your eyes. Now become aware of your breathing rhythm, the way it is happening. Don't try to change anything. Whatever way it is happening, allow it to happen. So now you are aware of your breathing rhythm, the way it is happening. Now next time when you are exhaling, exhale in 3 stages. Exhale, exhale and exhale completely. Now inhalation happens automatically. Again exhale, exhale and exhale completely. Inhalation, exhale, exhale and exhale completely. Keep doing this for a few more rounds. Yeah. Now we are doing 3-stage exhalation. When you are exhaling, exhale in 3 stages. Exhale, exhale and exhale. Please keep doing this for a few more rounds. Now slowly come back to your normal rhythm. Normal inhalation, normal exhalation. Again keep observing your breathing rhythm, the way it is happening. Whatever way it is happening, allow it to happen. So now you are aware of your breathing rhythm, the way it is happening. Now slowly include into your awareness your navel region, the belly button. Just become aware of that and keep observing your breathing rhythm also. I repeat, as you are becoming aware of your breathing rhythm, you also become aware of your navel region, that is belly button region, and just become again aware of both your breathing rhythm and your navel region together. Now slowly become aware of all the sounds around you. Now you can open your eyes, please. Thank you. Now over to you. Let me know what was your experience. You can use chat box also, and some of you can come on, unmute and share your experience.
For me, this, even though it was a short period of meditation, of breathing, really made me to sit back and relax, because the whole day I was out. So that's why I switched on, though rather late. I'm sorry, but then, duty also calls, right? For me, meditation happens from the time I get up. I don't sit and meditate. Unfortunately, I'm not so fortunate to sit and meditate. So, but it is there in the back of my mind. Whatever I do, I don't give sort of, a lot of thoughts to come into my mind. I concentrate on doing what I'm doing, but at the back of my mind, I'm always meditating. I don't give it no bad thoughts. I don't think of negative things. That is my practical way of doing meditation. I cannot sit quietly holding my nose and say, okay, I'm meditating. I can't do that. I'm like a karma yogi.
That is being in meditation. That's what I am trying to give the experience of it. Wonderful, wonderful. Somebody said silence, somebody said became aware of myself, and there's a calmness and aware of emotions. Wonderful. And how many of you felt that suddenly your breathing started becoming very deep, belly breathing started happening? Very effective in stilling the mind. Yeah, wonderful.
And since
Anand Kumarji, yes, please.
My apartment has no sound at all, even if a cat can hear it. So it is absolutely quiet. That's another thing which I really appreciate, in nature.
Yeah. So, Anand Kumarji, please.
Sir, suddenly I became aware that I was breathing.
Yeah, wonderful. See, now you might have observed your breathing, you're aware of how it is happening, and you are becoming aware of your thoughts. If it are going, it's not disturbing, right? All the things are happening together. I said no. By being in meditation, it is inclusive.
And I was becoming aware of the lungs expanding and contracting.
Yes, so many things you can include into your awareness, yet you are not getting perturbed. Yes, deep breathing happens automatically, effortlessly. See how effortlessly we can do deep breathing, just few seconds. And if you start doing this for 5 minutes, wonderful. Actually, this particular 3-stage exhalation can be used anytime to overcome physical as well as mental exhaustion. Anytime. There are no restrictions. That's why I say, in my micro practices, there are no do's and don'ts and no restrictions, no fear factors. And it can be applied anytime within 15 seconds to 2 minutes every now and then. Right? Wonderful. So let me share my screen so that I will tie up all these things, and then we will see if there are any further questions. Right? Okay. So so that's what it is. self-awareness is nothing but being aware and access the energy within on a continuous basis. And by doing so, what happens is we start moving from distress to de-stress. Distress means we are building up our fats. Now we move towards this de-stressing. Okay, and generally, this will help us to move from weakness to wellness. And we also move from confusion towards clarity, because now we are very clear about what kind of thoughts are coming. Now, when we are into this space, now we are very there is a clarity of what kind of thoughts are coming. Otherwise, no, they all come in bunches, so we don't know. You might have observed when you did that, what is my next thought, isn't it? Your thoughts got organized beautifully. And I will want to tell you here itself, you can use that as a beautiful time management tool. Whenever there are too many things on your list, and then you get, Bapre, I have to do this, do that, and you don't know which one to take up. Priorities, right? See, I said that managing competing priorities of life. You can do this. Now, what is my next thought? And 3 times, and suddenly you reach that space, and then your thoughts gets organized. The first 2 or 3 thoughts, what will pop up? No, just capture that and work on that. Keep doing this, and you are okay with your day-to-day tasks without any tension or stress. It becomes effortless. Okay. And yeah, and then see, when in our life always we feel that we are always on the crossroad, right? We are stuck in the crossroad, whether it is career options, socio-economic pressures, relationships, both building and breaking, right? But when you get into that space, it will give the guidance how to move, how to cross this crossroad. And as I said already, we will be able to manage all those competing priorities. We listed those 6, right? So now we'll be able, because there is a lot of clarity in that, which one I need to take up first, next one, and then similarly I'll be able to get the guidance from inside, and I will move towards that, so that I'll be into the state of flow automatically. That's why I say, you do it every now and often. Okay, great. Yeah, these are all my coordinates on the World Wide Web. If you want to reach me out, you can reach me out. And thank you all for getting the taste of space, because now you know that when you access that space, it will help you to de-stress and rejuvenate on the go. It will connect with your own inner guidance, and it creates a ripple of joy, and it's a space of creativity also. And you will get all these mega benefits only when you incorporate these micro practices in your day-to-day life and keep practicing it on a continuous basis. Yeah, so now forum is open. Yeah, if you want me to read that, after the silent retreat, I hope some time is there, right?
Yes,
when
yes,
I was
yes,
on silent retreat. Thank you. So yeah, this is the book, and here, Saintly Butterfly. One day, I was walking among beautiful plants and trees while on a silent retreat. It is in the School of Ancient Wisdom. Suddenly, my eye caught a butterfly flying here and there from branch to branch, and from a leaf to another leaf aimlessly. But that was only my imagination that the butterfly was in aimless flight. After a while, it sat on a leaf of a plant and spread its wings as if to absorb the warmth of the sun. I was amazed to see its stillness, even though the plant was swaying due to the blowing wind and many birds were flying around that plant. I became motionless, watching the beauty of that butterfly. Then I lost the sense of time in witnessing the stillness of the butterfly. I realized that almost an hour has passed by when that butterfly flew off from its stillness. How later I started ponder over this incidents. How this butterfly was able to sit in stillness with its wings spread when it could have easily become a prey for the birds flying around. Even the swaying of the plant and the leaf on which the butterfly was sitting could not deter its stillness. Is it pointing to the dimension of insecurity to insecurity? See, now the space makes all the difference. Insecurity. You add a space in between after the in, it becomes insecurity. Isn't it? Actually, there is another article also, how to come out of that insecurity. Okay, by getting into that space every now and then. So thank you so much for your patiently hearing, participating, and presence. So
please do put your phone number on the chat box or call it out also, so that anybody would like to clarify anything further sometime later also, they could perhaps contact you 1:1.
Yeah, that is 9980716488 is my phone number.
This concept that you have introduced, insecurity and insecurity, has made me think